blue uniforms. The leadoff batter is Brendan Donovan. The first pitch of the game, way inside. Ball one on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, thrown at 7:15 p.m. 68 degrees in Milwaukee, and it's a nice warm 92 back home in St. Louis. The pitch, fastball, in there at 100 miles an hour. What else?
You got to get ready with this guy. He throws hard, but he's not pitched well lately. He did win his last time out, but he has struggled some.
He's working out of the stretch with nobody on. Donovan checks his swing, and it's a strike. Fastball, 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 and that was over at the knees. Batter's timeout taken with a count 1-2 on Brendan Donovan. Donovan 7 for his last 26. He has just returned from the injured list. He missed 25 games. They play him to pull on the infield as Donovan swings and strikes out. And that was a curveball. Late break at 88 miles an hour. That's the way our game begins. Mizorowski made his debut against the Cardinals on June the 12th. No hits, no runs, 5 innings of work. He walked 4, struck out 5, and threw 81 pitches. He was the winner Sunday at Pittsburgh, giving up 1 earned run on 3 hits over 7 innings. He walked 2 and struck out 8, while throwing 108 pitches. The right-hander goes after Ivan Herrera, who swings, and it's a high fly ball. That's hit to deep left field. Back to the wall. It's a goner. A 101-mile-an-hour fastball turned around, and a home run to left for Herrera. 1-0 Cardinals. The 16th home run of the year for the Cardinal DH.
It just shows what major league hitters can do no matter how hard you throw. Now, of course, it's harder when a guy's throwing 101, but if you time it up, you can still pull a home run, and that's what Herrera just did. He ambushed him on the first pitch he saw. It hit his 16th homer of the year.
Oh, he hit it on the sweet spot of the bat and let it fly. Alec Burleson hit a triple here last night, his second of the year. He drove in a run, 17 homers, 63 RBIs. Burleson checks his swing and takes inside. A couple of things in the game last night. The Cardinals in the first inning had runners at first and third with 1 out, and Priester got out of it with a double play ball. And that took the air out of the Cardinal offense for sure. The pitch low and in. But after 2 perfect innings, all ground ball outs for Andre Palante, he started walking batters. The inning snowballed. The Brewers scored 4 times on their way to an 8-2 victory. The 2-0 pitch, that's a strike called.
Amazing that home run by Herrera came in at 101.3 and went out at 100.8. So it actually went out not as fast as it came in, but long enough to be a big fly.
There's a one-hopper to the shortstop, almost playing behind second, and Ortiz throws out Burleson. Burleson hit that ball hard. 2 away for Wilson Contreras. Well, Sonny Gray has a lead to work with when he faces the Brewers. Frelick, Churio, and Terang in the bottom of the first inning.
I feel very strongly about this statement, that if the Cardinals are going to finish well over their last 14 games, Sonny Gray has to finish well. He has to lead them.
And there's Wilson Contreras, 7 hits in his last 26 at-bats. And he is hit by a pitch. Priester drills him with a 101-mile-an-hour fastball on the left arm. And here's Chris Conroy, the Cardinal athletic trainer, with the home plate umpire, Chris Conroy, looking on.
Well, that's not one of those hit by pitches that Contreras was allowing himself to be hit with. That was a fastball, came right at him, hit him right in the middle of the back. Maybe just underneath the shoulder, really.
That's why he was dangling that arm.
Yeah.
Maybe right on the back of the arm. But that one stung at 101 miles an hour. Contreras has been hit by a pitch for the 22nd time. He's at first base. Jake Bauers is holding there. And here's Lars Nootbaar. Nootbaar had a 2-for-4 game last night. He has a 6-game hitting streak. And he takes a strike over at the belt. That was the changeup at 99. That was the first pitch fastball in there. Nootbaar, 7 out of 26 during the 6-game streak with 2 RBIs. Mizorowski from the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss.
You know, there were a couple of big league pitchers and some former pitchers that were commenting about the fact they didn't like that Mizorowski was an all-star as a guy that had only thrown a few games, not a lot of innings. Yes, he came on well, and, you know, I agreed with him at the time, and I'm not so sure it was the best thing for Mizorowski.
The pitch, a swing and a foul ball back. That was 100 after 2 99-mile-an-hour fastballs. And the count remains 0 balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, would I like to have him? Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he's a terrific talent, but, you know, you got to give him a chance to kind of get a little experience, get more under his belt, have a good full season instead of just a couple of good starts.
23 years old, born in Blue Springs, Missouri. Went to Crowder Junior College in Missouri, just like Aaron Ashby, the reliever we saw last night. Here's another 0-2 pitch for Nootbaar. He swings and he hits that one deep, left center field. That's in the alley, and it is off the wall. It hit down. It couldn't be caught by Collins, and coming around to score, Contreras makes it standing. The ball gets away, and Nootbaar makes third. With 2 down, Contreras was off and running when the ball was hit. Collins couldn't catch the ball in left center field. The Cardinals have a 2-0 lead with a chance to get another as Nootbaar is on third.
Nootbaar extends his hitting streak to 7 games. He hit that ball right on the nose, and it hit off the bottom of the wall. The left fielder, Collins, couldn't get to it, and Contreras able to score. Then the throw got away over the head of the other Contreras, and that's why Lars is at third.
Nootbaar over at third base. So the hit by pitch as cashed in for the Cardinals, and a swing, a foul ball back by Thomas Ajacey.
And that is what Lars Nootbaar should be doing, driving the ball to left center. He is so good when he does that.
It's his 23rd double and RBI number 47. 2-0 Cardinals. Ajacey takes a strike. A slider at 92 and a little give to the left side. I thought Collins was going to put that in his back pocket, but the ball went over his glove and off the base of the wall. And Ajacey with a chance to drive in Nootbaar as he advanced when the ball got away. A swing and a miss. Ajacey strikes out. He's 0 for 5 in the series with 2 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Mizorowski, but the Cardinals put up 2 runs. The Brewers are coming to bat here in Wisconsin. Sonny Gray has not beaten Milwaukee as a member of the Cardinals. 4-6 lifetime against them in 18 career starts. And he's working with a 2-0 lead tonight, facing Sal Frelick. Frelick takes strike one on the outside half of the plate. I thought your statement, Ricky, about the Cardinals over the next 2+ weeks hinges on Sonny Gray being very well in his remaining starts.
He's got to lead the way.
His pitch swung on and missed. A fastball up in the zone. The fastball at 91. He's thrown 2 of them and has an 0-2 count on Frelick.
If Sonny has 3 good starts, goes 7 innings in those starts, you can save some of the relievers, the middle inning guys, for other starting pitchers. I just think he has to be the guy.
The pitch, and Frelick takes a sweeper that just missed the outside corner. That was close. 1-2. Frelick, 1 for 4, a walk, a run, and a run batted in the game last night. He has 5 hits in his last 23 at-bats. He's batting .294. A tap foul at the plate, and Pedro Pajes will throw a new ball to the mound. Pedro's doing the catching tonight with Contreras at first, Donovan at second, Sajasi at shortstop. He'll get the bulk of the playing time at shortstop now that Mason Wynn has shut it down for the year. Nolan Gorman, but well off the line against the left-handed batting Sal Frelick. The outfielders tilt toward left and left center as the left-handed batter out of Boston College takes a pitch low, and he offered. Couldn't check his swing, and on the appeal, Tom Hanahan, the third base umpire, raises the right arm. Sonny Gray is off to a good start with a strikeout of Frelick.
Looking at it on the replay, he did go. The head of the bat just kind of broke the plane a little bit, and it was close, but I understand why they rung it for the 22nd time. Last time a Cardinal was hit that many times, it was Fernando Vina.
Here's a pitch that's taken low. He used to play up here.
And Vina was a guy that liked getting hit by pitch. He was one of those that was sticking his elbow out, trying to get hit. He did that in 2001.
Jackson Chourio, 2 for 3 in the game last night. The right-handed batter takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chourio has gone 4 for 11, 2 doubles, a homer, and 3 RBIs head-to-head with Gray.
This game is a rematch of a start back in June when Mizorowski made his major league debut, and Chourio homered off of Sonny Gray in that game.
Chourio takes just outside, 2 balls and a strike. Sonny was the losing pitcher going 4 1/3, 8 hits, 6 earned runs. The Chourio home run, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Gray with the kick, the pitch. A swing, and that ball's popped up foul. Out of play it goes. Another big crowd will have a sellout here again tonight. The Brewers have clinched a playoff spot. Now they are out to go ahead and win the division and have better fortunes in the postseason than they've had in past years. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Chourio takes ball 3 low, and that kicks off Pajes to the left of home plate. Pajes is feeling that one. It may have clipped the right leg. In fact, Pajes couldn't catch it. The ball went past his glove and off his thigh. And Pajes is saying, yep, my bad.
Fault. Yeah, he was looking for a different pitch. He forgot what he gave him. He crossed himself up on that.
Now it's 3-2 on Chourio. Chourio swings and strikes out, chasing a fastball. Let's pause here for an ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. KTLO, Mountain Home, Arkansas, our featured station on the Cardinals Network, powered by Gray Bar tonight. The pitch inside here for Bryce Terang. When we think of Mountain Home, we think of our great friend, the late Galen Pitts.
Terrific baseball manager in minor league, former big league player, and actually a big league coach also, and just a great friend.
Here's a pitch that misses the outside corner.
He managed the Cardinals team in Double-A for several years, and a lot of my buddies right along that time when he was there, we learned a lot from him.
And he was coaching third base for Jim Fregosi with the Louisville Redbirds in the early 80s. The pitch by Gray. A strike called. Sonny fell behind Terang 2-0, now 2-1.
Well, I think he fell behind him 1-0 on purpose after Contreras getting hit. The first pitch to to Terang was right underneath his armpit.
The pitch on the way, and there's a drive foul down the left field line. Terang has a home run count of 18. He hit 7 last year in 155 games. And he has really turned up the power since the All-Star break. He's batting at .289, 18 home runs, 75 RBIs. He swings and misses, striking out. Sonny strikes out the side. After 1, the Cardinals lead in Milwaukee 2-0.
Event too. That was fun to be there.
Good crowd.
Beautiful
over at
day.
Ballpark Village.
Yeah, it was great.
Mizorowski's first pitch of the second inning, a called strike. 2-0 Cardinals. Did somebody drop something?
I don't know.
I thought Bernie Brewer dropped a keg or something. The 1-strike pitch, a swing and a miss. Gorman is 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts in the series. He's 0 for his last 12, and over the last 7 games, 4 for 28. A couple of runs batted in with 2 walks and 13 strikeouts. The strikeouts are mounting for him. He has 118 this season. The 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss, the 3rd strikeout from Mizorowski.
101 miles an hour. He averages just a shade under 100 miles an hour on the season, but he's got a good fastball here today. But we saw Ivan Herrera turn it around in that first inning.
And we saw Lars Nootbaar hit the ball to the opposite field. Hit the ball in the gap in left center that went over Isaac Collins' glove and off the base of the wall, driving in Wilson Contreras, who had been hit by a pitch the batter before. There's a foul out of play off to the right. Did you ever come through with a pick to click? Oh, I know. It's Herrera.
No, I'm going to go somewhere else because I know your guy's at the plate, isn't he?
Pedro Pajes.
Yeah. I would have thought with Mizorowski, and I'm going to stay with him. I'm going to stay with Alec Burleson, even though he grounded out. He hit the ball hard his first time. I just like him against a guy even that throws hard. I think Burley's been striking out a bit lately, but I just like the fact that he makes adjustments pretty quickly.
Pedro Pajes has been striking out lately, but he can turn a fastball around. The pitch by Mizorowski, and that swung on, fouled out of play off to the right.
You know what he does against hard throwers? I've seen and I think maybe that's another reason to like Pajes today. He shortens up, and he realizes, okay, the guy's going to rush it up there. I better have a nice short swing. I think it's a better swing for him.
Well, he's seen a couple of sliders, 0-2. The pitch, there's a foul off the screen with the short swing. It goes off the screen above the Brewers' first base dugout.
Think of the at-bats he's had against top pitchers where he's had 8, 9, 10 pitch at-bats because he's doing just this. I just think it's better for him.
Here's another 0-2 pitch from Mizorowski, and that's a broken back ground ball left side. Durbin gets to it. He spins, throws on a bounce, caught by Bowers. Out number 2. One hop throw and a good stretch by Bowers, leaning toward right field to catch the ball on a bounce. Throw it 2 away. Here's Victor Scott the second. He's trying to break an 0 for 9, and only 2 hits in the last 16 at-bats for Victor Scott. He spent some time on the injured list nursing a sore ankle that he injured trying to catch an Aaron Judge home run against the Yankees. The pitch outside for a ball.
Reminds me of Joe Torre winning a batting title with the Cardinals. And the comment that was made about it, Mike Shannon used to say it all the time. He didn't get any hits like that. No infield hits because he didn't run that well. And, Pajes was faster. That's a base hit. A lot of Cardinals in the lineup would have had a hit on that. But, that's just a limitation for him. But, think about a guy like Joe Torre being as good as he was.
363.
That's right.
There's a swing and a pop-up foul just to our left. 2-1 on Victor Scott II. When Victor Scott II hits the ball on the ground or on a line drive, he gets on base at a really good clip. But when he pops the ball up, he's batting not much over 100. When he gets the ball in the air, there's a swing, and that's popped to the upper deck to our left. The count on Vic at 2-2.
So teams know that, what you just said, and so what do? They throw fastballs up in the zone, make it hard for him to get on top of.
They play him to pull on the infield, big gap in right center, and down the right field line to the corner. Vic takes inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, Brendan Donovan. The Cardinals scored 2. A home run, a 2-out hit by pitch, and a double by Nootbaar drove in Contreras. The 3-2 pitch for Victor Scott II. He grounds it up the middle, and that's played by Ortiz. Quick throw just gets him. Scott grounds out to the shortstop. And we go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals in Milwaukee.
Farming, like baseball, is...
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or
right.
We'll enjoy that, as we always do in spring training down in Jupiter. William Contreras steps in. The cleanup batter for the Brewers swings and lines it into center field. A base hit played on a hop by Victor Scott II. I think we're going to see a lot of first pitch swinging against Sonny Gray this inning after Sonny struck out the side.
Yeah, and that is the way a lot of teams have been attacking him, going after that first pitch, because he's a strike thrower. Everybody knows that. He doesn't like walks. And once he kind of gets ahead of you, he's got a lot of spin that he'll throw after you, maybe a backdoor cutter, a sweeper, and they don't want to have to deal with that.
Now Christian Yelich at the plate. He takes a breaking ball down and in, a sweeper on the first pitch. And the game brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser. Enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. Yelich hit one about a day's ride from here last night, high up off the batter's eye in center field. He crushed a homer, half swing and a foul on a pitch in. 1-1 on Yelich.
432 feet to straightaway center field.
Yelich hit his 28th home run in that fashion, 95 RBIs, batting .267. 6 out of 26, 2 triples, a homer, and 4 driven in while facing Sonny Gray. The infield at double play depth. Gray's pitch just missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. Christian Yelich, 33 years old. He came to the Brewers from the Miami Marlins and has been an MVP. He holds the bat out over the plate, straight up and down. The pitch, a swing and a foul. That goes out of play.
You might not call this a flashy Brewers lineup, but their top 3 batters are in the top 10 in the National League in batting. Frelick, Churio, Turang, they can all run. And then you've got Contreras, who has some power, and Yelich right behind him.
And when they don't hit home runs, they move runners. A step off by Sonny Gray, a disengagement with William Contreras headed back to first. Wilson's brother has 6 steals, caught 3 times, and Wilson is holding against William at first base. Gorman plays like a shortstop. The pitch to Yelich, a tap foul. We've seen Yelich get a lot of hits inside the third base bag.
Yes, we have.
Sonny pitches him away. He'll hit the ball in that direction. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Cardinals. A hit by pitch figured in the scoring in the top of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit. A leadoff single by Contreras this inning for Milwaukee. The pitch to Yelich, taken high.
Yelich deserves a lot of credit for overcoming the back problems that he's had. You know, he's been in the lineup every day. Now he's DHing, not playing the field, but he looks so much better at the plate than he did 3-4 years ago.
3-2. Contreras at first base takes his lead. Will he be going? He is. The pitch is swung on a miss. Throw to second. Strike him out. Throw him out. Double play. With the tag put down by Thomas Sajaci. 2 outs in the second inning.
Well, the Brewers love to run, and Pages loves to throw, and he got a perfect shot at him there after the swing and the miss. Not a great jump by Contreras. Sonny Gray keeps the runners close, and the throw a little high, but Sajaci got the tag down quickly and in time to get Contreras.
Sonny Gray with his 4th strikeout. 2 away. Here's Isaac Collins, switch hitter, batting left-handed, taking outside. Collins went 2 out of 4. He scored a run. He was picked off and caught stealing last night. Sonny Gray working out of a stretch position with nobody on. Deals a strike. That cut the plate. 92 on his 4-seam fastball. Contreras singled on the first pitch of the inning. Then Yelich on 3-2 struck out with Contreras running. Contreras was thrown out. The 1-1 pitch. A sweeper low, picked out of the dirt by Pages. He throws the old ball out and a new one to Sonny Gray, the Cardinal 35-year-old right-handed pitcher from Tennessee who played his college baseball at Vanderbilt. Sonny has won 124 Major League games, losing 102. Here's a pitch high for a ball. 3 balls and a strike on Isaac Collins. And a power-hitting left-handed batter on deck in Jake Bowers. 2-0 Cardinals, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Ricky's going to tell you about the third inning. The pitch by Sonny Gray, swung on and missed. 3-2. Collins played his college baseball in Omaha at Creighton. So did Bob Gibson. Gorman plays way off the line at third for a left-handed batting Collins, a switch batter.
Bob, quite a basketball player on top of being a great, talented pitcher.
The pitch is swung on and a high fly ball. That's hit to deep center. Backing up on it, Victor's got the second, and in front of the track, he makes the catch. Ricky has the third inning with the Cardinals leading in Milwaukee 2-0.
Is grounded foul, and that's going to go off the screen and down the right field line. Strike one on Donovan, who struck out as he got nothing but 101 from Mizorowski his first time. They planned to pull on the infield anyway, and the next delivery to Donovan is hit sharply but foul down the right field line.
I was texting with Patrick Anderson. He's our manager at Springfield.
Yeah.
And he said just having Brendan Donovan there for a few days made such an impression on his team, and it was a meaningful trip to his players, just like it was for Donovan working a rehab assignment.
Great to hear. Not surprised. Swing and a hard hit ball to right field. Did he get it? Yeah, he did. Into the Cardinals bullpen. Big fly. Brendan Donovan. 3-0 Cardinals, their second solo shot of the night. A leadoff home run for Donnie, his 10th of the year.
Well, Donovan has been hitting the ball to left field. He found a pitch that he could turn on and rode it out of here. The second Cardinal home run of the night. Herrera hit one in the first inning.
And Herrera bats now.
I wanted to say a belated happy birthday to Missouri sports legend, Missouri Sports Hall of Famer, 101 years old, a couple of days ago, Pete Atkins in
great.
Jefferson City.
Breaking pitch, a little bit low. Where was that? To Ivan Herrera.
I'll take ball one.
I'll take it. And I'll take it 3-0 too. Cardinals a long way to go, though. We're only in the top of the third inning. Cardinals wearing their victory blues today as the next pitch comes in and is a called strike this time. 1-1 on Ivan, who hit his 16th home run on the first pitch he saw in the first inning. Mizorowski works from a abbreviated windup, just comes set and delivers home and inside. That breaking ball kind of got away from him.
I'm surprised that didn't hit him.
Yeah.
As much as he has been hit this week. 2 hit by pitch last night. Had a 2 hit by pitch game Wednesday in Seattle.
And he's got a 2-1 count here. The pitch to Herrera is hit over the head of the shortstop into left center field. He tried to time his leap perfectly. In fact, Terang was jumping along with him, the second baseman, trying to get the right feel of when to jump, and Herrera is 2 for 2. He's aboard. Nobody out for the Cardinals here in the third. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, has won over $20 billion for their clients. Injured? Call the closers, Morgan & Morgan, or visit forthepeople.com, proud partner of your St. Louis Cardinals. And now it's Burley, my pick to click today. Grounded out sharply his first time, and the pitch to him is fouled back. He had a good rip there.
Well, the first start against the Cardinals on June the 12th, 5 innings, no hits. So far tonight, 3 runs on 4 hits against Jacob Mizorowski.
Boy, was he good that night. He was incredibly good, and not just that night, for several starts. 1 strike pitch to Burleson is taken high, 1-1.
Well, he came out throwing aspirin tablets.
He did. But
that's what it looked like.
Look, the league always catches up to you a little bit, though, and that's what happened. And I feel like it was a bit of a disservice for him to get too much love too early. Again, I'm all for crediting good performances. The next pitch to Burley is fouled back, another good cut. But I think that's not always good for your development. If you kind of get off to that great thing and then you get the uh-oh moment when a team all of a sudden starts turning around your fastball.
Well, he had an uh-oh moment when he took a line drive off his shin.
Yeah.
And then went on the IL.
He's ahead of Burley 1-2. And that pitch is fouled off again, this time down the left field line.
And as you said, Ricky, in the 5 starts since coming off the IL, 1-1 with a 6.23 ERA before tonight.
Cardinals wearing their victory blues today, kind of looking like the 82 Cardinals. I wonder who they played in the World Series that year, to think about that. 1-2 pitch coming up to Burley, fouled off one more time. Cardinals making him work here. Nobody out still in the top of the third inning. That year, of course, the first team to get to 90 wins in baseball was the Milwaukee Brewers. This year, the first team to get to 90 wins is the Milwaukee Brewers. That was Harvey's Wallbangers back in the 90s. Next pitch to Burley is grounded towards second. This could be 2 as the shortstop Ortiz runs to the bag and throws on the first base and doubles up Burleson. You get that ball almost in the same spot as he did his first time.
Well, I was hoping the ball could hit the bag.
Yes. Well, they don't have those big bags like they have in Seattle. That happened, 3 times?
Yeah, those bases are about the size of Santa Claus's
right.
gift bag at Christmas time.
Or they had some kind of magnet in them, one of the two. So 2 outs, nobody on, and Wilson Contreras will bat. And he takes a fastball high. He took a fastball right in the, I would say, the back of his arm.
Mm-hmm. 101 miles an hour on that hit by pitch.
Between the tricep and the shoulder would be what I would say. And he steps out, and the pitch is low. He stepped out but didn't get timeout from the home plate umpire. Literally stepped out of the box, got out of dodge, but got a pitch that wasn't a strike, so it's 2-0. Don't see that very often. The 2-0 pitch, he does it again, and the pitch is a called. Why not? Tried it again. Sometimes, that can throw a pitcher off. When all of a sudden the batter leaves, you might think, wait, what's going on here? Well, I think he's going to stay in the box this time. I think. 2-1 pitch from Mizorowski to Contreras is outside 3-1. Wilson is not afraid to do a little gamesmanship from time to time. He's batting in the top of the third inning. The Cardinals owning a 3-0 lead right now. The pitch to Contreras is a called strike 2, 3-2. Well, this guy rushes it up there.
Pitch number 48 coming up for Mizorowski with 2 outs. And we're in the third inning.
Throwing a lot more sliders this inning. That last pitch was 98 fastball. What will he do 3-2? to Contreras here. We'll find out. 3-2 pitch is outside, ball 4. He walked him. So Contreras works a walk, and that means the pitch count will go even higher, and it'll be Lars Nootbaar. And Nootbaar, with 2 outs after Contreras got hit by a pitch in the first inning, hit a double. So with 2 outs here in the third inning, Contreras walks. So maybe the Cardinals not done yet. Pitch number 50 coming up to Nootbaar, who has hit in 7 straight. Hitting room in right center field as the slider gets away from Contreras, and the other Contreras will go down to second base. I thought William Contreras had a bad day behind the plate yesterday, and he's a Gold Glover.
And that didn't look good on that pass ball.
Sure didn't. I mean, that just was clanked in his glove, in and out of his glove, and then it hit him in the arm even. I mean, went almost through his glove. So that's definitely a pass ball, and a runner in scoring position for Lars. Jumping up and down is Contreras at the second base bag, and here comes a pitch, and it's outside. I always wonder when a guy's jumping if he's trying to signal something. We notice that with other teams. But Wilson, again, just does the gamesmanship stuff. Jumps a little bit now. And here comes the pitch, and it's fouled back, and it was a fastball. So I guess you jump on a fastball.
That's what he hopes Nootbaar does.
That's right.
Jump on the fastball.
And maybe that's just his way of him encouraging him to do so. Got a 1-2 count. Not jumping this time. Will it be a slider? The 1-2 delivery is a slider and a swing and a miss. We may be onto something as Nootbaar strikes out, leaves Contreras at second, but the Cardinals pick up another run. A leadoff home run by Brendan Donovan. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 3-0 Cardinals.
Every game. Is a called strike right down central. I do believe that John was right when he said that you expect the Brewers to start trying to hop on the first pitch, although he didn't do that there. Gray into the wind, and the breaking pitch is a called strike two. Great late break to that sweeper from Sonny Gray, and he has that pitch working right now. Keep it going. 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. Sonny has not walked a batter. And he has Bowers 0-2. Cardinal right-hander goes into the wind. The pitch is in the dirt. Overcooked that curveball, 1-2. Bowers 2 for 11 with a home run against Sonny Gray. I mentioned before the game today in our pregame that the Cardinals have averaged only 3.7 runs per game since the All-Star break. They already have 3. So a good start so far. But more will be needed. The next delivery is a curveball. That's a bit outside. The break was just not quite in time and couldn't get the swing and the miss. Home runs by Herrera and Donovan for St. Louis. Cardinals have been out-homered by most teams they play, including the Brewers. The wind and the pitch. Here it comes. That's outside. Just missed with a sinker. Brewers have 158 home runs. The Cardinals now with 140. But it is nice to have Donovan back.
Bowers, for a 29-year-old player, Ricky's been around Tampa Bay, Cleveland, Seattle, the Yankees, and has settled in here with Milwaukee.
Payoff pitch coming up from Sonny, and that's grounded up the middle. That's a base hit. It's a nice, easy swing, and for the second straight inning, the Brewers have their leadoff runner on, and before Caleb Durbin bats, let's pause for station identification. You and your friends are listening to the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Durbin played at Washington University in St. Louis. He's playing third base for the Brewers. And the check swing, but a called strike. On the appeal, Brandon Miller said that he went too far.
Well, last night the Brewers had 11 hits, Ricky, and out of the lower third of the order, 4 of those.
Next pitch to Durbin is hit into center field. That's a base hit. Yeah, when you don't control the bottom of the order, that usually is a problem. So leadoff hits here for Bowers and Durbin, and it brings in Joey Ortiz. And this is where Ortiz put down a bunt against Andre Palante, and he made a bad throw to first base, and things spiraled away.
But the difference is Palante walked the first 2.
That's right.
And here, they had to earn their way on.
Agreed. I want to go back to something you said last inning about Patrick Anderson. I thought that was a great comment. They expected a bunt. He's not bunting, and the pitch is inside for a ball. So Contreras may take a step or two back now. You mentioned that Patrick Anderson, the Double-A manager, was happy to have Brendan Donovan there just because of the influence on his players.
So just a complete class act.
So not only Brendan, as the pitch is low, 2-0 now on Ortiz, but think about it, they had John King there. They had Nolan Arenado there. I mean, they had a pretty good contingent of players there on the injury list, and they also brought up the first-round pick. Liam Doyle is now on their staff. 2-0 pitch is a called strike.
And Springfield is trying to wing their way toward postseason play.
Well, what a great season they've had. I mean, they really have. Give them a lot of credit. And more games to win for them. So we do wish them the best. 2 balls, 1 strike to Ortiz, and the pitch is a little bit low. That could have been a strike, but it wasn't. And now the plot thickens for Sonny Gray, who has 2 runners on, nobody out. And a big pitch coming up for him, 3-1. Ortiz bats on the right side, and he takes a strike. Sonny put a little wrinkle on that 3-1 pitch and caught the outside corner. Gray working with Pedro Pajes, Cardinal catcher. 3-2 pitch, fouled off. He was able to spoil that one off. Ortiz at the plate with Frelick, then Churio, then Terang to follow. Sonny's got work to do. Nobody out. 2 on, a 3-2 count on Joey Ortiz. 3-2 pitch is grounded towards the left side, and that is handled by Gorman, and he's got no play. I think Gorman was thinking that Sajasi was going to catch that ball. I'm not sure what he was doing.
I'm not sure what he was doing either.
That was just a normal ground ball to third, and he got confused on that play, I think. And I don't know if Sajasi was calling for it. They just got mixed up on that. That should have been an out. In fact, he was shielded by the runner. He should have gone into the runner. That's what he should have done. The runner came by him, and he got out of the runner's way. You don't have to do that.
No.
If the runner hits you, he's out. I think that was just a mistake by Gorman, not taking the interference, or obstruction, I should say, by the that would
be interference.
Interference by the runner, Jake Bowers, who I think was in his way. Now he's just running to third, but Gorman was afraid to get near him. Such an odd play. I just think Gorman could have gotten an out there if he'd have just gone to the baseball and forget about the runner. So that's an infield hit and a bad break for the Cardinals. Bases loaded for Frelick at the plate. Curveball is outside, ball 1. Halfway to St. Patrick's Day, Tuesday, September 16th. Fans with a theme ticket will take home a St. Pat's rugby t-shirt, a Cardinals rugby shirt. And details, tickets at cardinals.com/theme. Next delivery to Frelick is grounded foul past the first base bag. Diving attempt by the ball
even
person.
Close for the poor ball person.
He dove, and he's wearing shorts. Let's start with that.
And diving on the
dirt part of the and didn't come close, but I'm sorry, he made an effort.
He did. Good try.
He's a gamer. I want that guy behind me. I want him on my team. I think. Bowers, Durbin, and Ortiz, the bottom of the order, are all on base. For the top of the order, it's Sal Frelick, who is third in the National League in batting, has a 1-1 count, and the pitch to him is taken high for a ball, 2-1. Well, this is a little bit reminiscent of the game yesterday where Palante breezed through the first 2 innings and then just ran into trouble in the third. Cardinals have a 3-0 lead, but it is precarious here. The next pitch to Frelick is hit in the air down the left field line, and that's twisting foul, and it will get out of play. That runs the count to 2-2.
Strikeout would be nice. Frelick struck out leading off the first.
Certainly capable of getting him. Sonny Gray listens for the sign. He's got it. He's got a 2-2 pitch coming up to Frelick, and it's on its way, and that's it. Foul down the left field line. Springfield, by the way, has a 6-1 lead in the bottom of the 5th inning in their game. Arenado is playing third base, and Baez has hit another home run, his 15th, and he just has come out of nowhere. Baez has, and Doyle started the game. Liam Doyle went 2 innings and struck out 3 and did not give up a run, so that's good news, too. Another big pitch coming up for Sonny to Frelick, and it's inside, and that runs the count to 3-2. So Joshua Baez is who we're talking about. Cardinals' second-round pick in 2021, who started out very, very slowly in his minor league career. No place to put Frelick. 3-2 the count, and here comes the pitch, and it's hit into center field, and Victor Scott backs up. He makes the catch, and his throw is into third base, the wrong base again. Oh, my goodness.
What is he doing?
How could he do that again? Victor Scott threw the ball to the wrong base a few days ago, and he hadn't played since then, and he does it again. That's just not thinking right there. You've got to know what you're going to do before it happens. Fly ball to me. Unless I can get the guy at third base, I've got to throw the ball into second.
And he had no chance at all to get Durbin at third. Now base hit ties the game.
And it's Jackson Churio at the plate, and he fouls the first pitch off. So sacrifice fly, RBI for Frelick, scores Bowers. Both Durbin and Ortiz advance. Now, if you're going to throw the ball in, you at least have to hit the cutoff man. If he hits Sajasi, they won't go. But you can't throw the ball all the way into third base. You just can't do it. Infield back for Churio, and he swings and misses at a sweeper from Sonny Gray, and a strikeout again would be very helpful here. So Frelick with the sacrifice fly. Churio had one of those yesterday.
Frelick has 2 RBIs in the series.
I guess you get to still make rookie mistakes when you're a rookie.
Yeah, but you make a mistake. Okay, don't do it again.
Right.
That's the idea if you're going to improve and get better. And that just set up the tying run at second base with 1 out.
0-2 the count on Churio, and the pitch from Sonny is a check swing. Did he go? Oh, I was hoping he would have. It was close. I was rooting with my heart there, I think. Yeah, no, he didn't go. Close. Close. Churio with 74 RBIs on the year has an opportunity here, and he swings and misses. Sonny strikes him out for the second time. Exactly what Sonny Gray needed. Churio slams his bat into the ground. So now it's Bryce Turang and his opportunity to tie this game.
Can't breathe easier.
Nope.
That's for sure.
He's 5th in the National League in batting at .289. Churio 10th. Frelick, who had the sacrifice fly, 3rd in the league. Cardinals defense has let them down this inning. Fastball misses, a misplay by Gorman at third. Then a throw to the wrong base by Victor Scott in center. And Cardinals defense has always been a hallmark of the team, but since the All-Star break, it has not been good.
And since Arenado's been out,
that's right,
hasn't been playing regularly at third base, it has been a different story.
Breaking pitch, a beauty on the outside corner to Turang, 1-1. And also Mason Wynn being sporadic the last few weeks and being hindered even when he plays.
Still pretty good, though.
No, I agree. And Donovan being out. Although Donnie made an error yesterday himself. 3-1 is our score. Turang at the plate. The pitch to him is grounded to the right side. And that's Donnie who's got it. The underhand flip in time. And Sonny Gray does a great job of limiting the damage as he gives up just 1 run. We go to the 4th, 3-1 Cardinals.
Great moment.
Cardinals, and I saw something very interesting at the end of that last inning, and I'll tell you about it as Thomas Saggese digs in. It'll be Saggese, Gorman, and Pages to bat for the Cardinals here in the fourth inning. Again, they're wearing their victory blues, and they're hoping for one of those. They haven't had one in a while. There's a strike. As the ball was flipped to Wilson Contreras for out number 3, Contreras was running in from the first base bag towards the third base dugout where the Cardinals are, and he threw the baseball into the Brewers dugout. And the Brewers were looking out at him like, what's going on with that? As Saggese swings through a pitch. Now, he didn't throw it overhand. He kind of threw it sidearm, but he threw it with a lot of pace to it, right into their dugout. And I wonder if the Brewers bench might have been chirping on him or something as the pitch is high, or maybe he's still mad about being hit by that pitch. And maybe that will blow over, and maybe it won't. So we'll find that out. 1-2 the count on Saggese. Been striking out too much lately. And he hits that ball into right field. You heard me say that. He wasn't going to do that again. A base hit the other way. Saggese hustling around first base, and he's got a leadoff hit. And the Cardinals have the leadoff runner on for the second straight inning, actually a home run last inning, and it's Gorman at the plate. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the St. Louis Cardinals, LLC, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be
disseminated without
the express written consent of the St. Louis
Cardinals.
Brought to you by
Brown and Croup and a great law
firm. First pitch to the Cardinal third baseman, Nolan Gorman. It almost goes back to the screen, barely caught by Contreras, who had to jump out of his crouch. That missed by several feet.
Well, let's see, Ricky. We have over half of this game left, and then 4 more with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
3 next weekend at Busch Stadium, so this thing could heat up even more.
It certainly could. And that's what interdivision baseball does for you. Saggese's a threat to run, by the way. Takes his lead, not going, and the pitch is inside. That almost hit Gorman. Backed him off the plate, 2-0. So Gorman, just to describe it one more time, there was a ground ball hit that he waited for the runner to go past him and then went out and got the baseball. Instead of going right for the ball, he could have gotten a interference call on the runner had he just fielded the ball. That pitch is a little bit low, 3-0. You have to take a pitch here, don't you?
I would think. Gorman had struck out 3 times in the series, going 0 for 5.
You want más carreras, however you get them. Saggese jumps out to his lead. 3-0 the count on Gorman, and here comes the pitch, and he swings at ball 4.
That would have been ball 4 outside.
And that was not good plate coverage there, because that's not a pitch you can hit. That was at least 3 or 4 inches off the plate and high.
Eric Fetty warming in the bullpen.
Which one?
Not ours.
3-1 pitch is popped up, and a wasted at-bat for Nolan Gorman. As settling under it is the third baseman. He had a walk, didn't walk, and then pops out to Durbin. 1 out, 1 on for Pedro Pages. Gorman walking slowly back to the Cardinals dugout there. He's so frustrated right now, he's not even understanding that they're waiting on him to get back to the dugout. He is just not.
That's not a good look.
No, it's not a good look. Pages grounded out his first time, and he pops out this time. Second baseman Terang settling underneath it. He's got it. So a promising inning goes south. Gorman swung at ball 4, and Pages pops out on the first pitch. 2 outs with Victor Scott at the plate.
Well, Gorman takes the walk. Probably a bunt by Pages.
Pages bunts, right.
And then Victor Scott with a chance to drive in a run, get that run back. The Brewers scored in the bottom of the third, but now 2 outs and a runner on first base.
When you've got a guy that has power like Gorman, I'm okay with swinging. Saggese wants to run, and they see it. And they step off and they throw over anyway, and there's a disengagement. So Saggese got him to do that anyway, got him to pay attention. But the point is, if you're going to swing at 3-1, the box that the ball has to be in has to be about the size of a basketball. No bigger than that. There's a hard hit ball to right center field. That could find the gap. And it's a diving play in center field by Churio,
who lays out and takes a triple away from Victor Scott. That was a big-time defensive play, and let's hope that does not provide some momentum for the Milwaukee Brewers. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 3-1 Cardinals.
Hyatt Regency St. Louis, close to everything. Just 3 blocks from Busch Stadium and right next.
Inside the park homer, and the Cardinals pick up 2 runs, but they put a 0 on the board. Sonny Gray back to work, and his first pitch is high, ball 1 to William Contreras. Graybar is your electrical and datacom distributor, helping to power, connect, or maintain your operation.
Yep.
Graybar does that.
That's 60 pitches now for Sonny as he opens up the fourth inning.
Frustrating top of the fourth inning. The Cardinals had a base hit, could have had a second walk. Then Pages probably would have bunted, and that line drive would have been a sacrifice fly. Now, there's a lot of shoulda, woulda, coulda in that, but there's also some didn't in it, as the pitch is a called strike to Contreras. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Contreras had a base hit on the first pitch he saw in the second inning, leading off the fourth as well. Contreras, Yelich, and Collins to bat. Sonny delivers the 1-1 pitch, and that's a called strike. Right at the bottom of the zone. Sonny likes throwing to those corners, and he is very good at doing that. He has 5 strikeouts already. Looking for number 6. Breaking ball swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him to chase the sweeper. And Sonny has his good stuff today. Christian Yelich, a strikeout victim. Part of a strike him out, throw him out in the second inning. Cardinals will have the top of the order due up again in the top of the 5th inning. And they can't waste any more run opportunities. You've got to push the envelope a little bit here.
Not when that other team has the last at bat.
Oh, boy.
On the road, you got to take what you can get.
Not when the team scores a lot in late innings, too, like the Brewers do. Swing and a miss by Yelich. They're good at coming back. They're good with their ball. I mean, they're good. They're a good team. There's no doubt about it.
Won 90 games.
Yelich hit his 28th home run of the year here last night. And he takes that pitch high. And that home run was off the batter's eye behind the center field wall. It's 400 to straightaway center. And I don't know exactly where it hit, but it hit high off of that batter's eye, and it was measured at 432. Still has that power. The 1-1 count.
And the pitch, a good changeup from Sonny Gray. He just took something off of that. You don't see too many straight changes from Sonny, but that was a good one.
And Yelich was not expecting it.
Nope. Isn't that what pitching is? Throw something they don't expect?
Used to be.
It still can be. See what Sonny throws here. A swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball. Back-to-back strikeouts. Number 7 for Sonny Gray.
That's pitching.
That is pitching. Changed speeds, changed movement, changed location. Really everything he threw worked in that at-bat. So 2 outs, nobody on, and Isaac Collins. Flied out to center his first time. Hit the ball pretty well. Backed up Victor Scott, but Victor's playing pretty shallow in center right now. Off-speed pitches outside, and I guess in my frustration, I get frustrated when, just like everybody else, players get frustrated with themselves, with each other, when plays don't happen and they don't make them the way they're supposed to. That doesn't mean you don't care about them or don't root for them. There's a strike. But the play in center by Victor Scott, the play at third by Nolan Gorman, the swing at the 3-0 pitch, those are things that just drive you crazy. 1-1 pitch coming up is inside for ball. And I'm sure I did many things in 7 years of playing that people shook their heads. What is he doing? How could he do that? I get it. It can be a frustrating game. Sonny Gray asking for Pies to come out. Didn't like the pitch he kept calling for there, or maybe he didn't hear it. And actually, I think what Sonny Gray was thinking is, I know we're at the bottom of the hour. We need to pause for station ID. So we'll just talk for a minute and let the radio guys pause for station identification on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Along with the voice of the Cardinals, John Rooney, I'm Ricky Horton. Mike Claiborne with us. Ryan Schulte, our producer, engineer. And
maybe Sonny needed a break right there.
Maybe he did.
A little bit of everything we mentioned.
Took the break, the 2-1 pitch, and the next pitch is grounded towards second. So that conversation was worth it. As Donovan has it, a little wide on the throw to Contreras. What's he going to do with the baseball this time? He's taking it with him. He's keeping that one. He's taking it over to the Cardinals dugout.
Let's see if you can figure out the following baseball slang term.
He is the leadoff man in the order, leading off an inning for the third time tonight. Mizorowski had Fetty backing him up in the bullpen the last inning. The bullpen's quiet now. The pitch down and in for a ball, 2-0. I think another wide one will get somebody up in the bullpen again. 3-1 Cardinals out hitting Milwaukee. 5-4, and the Brewers have the game's error. The pitch, a swing, and he got under this one. High pop fly, short right field. Terang, the second baseman, calls everybody off, makes the catch. One second baseman takes care of the other. One out in the fifth inning for Ivan Herrera.
Donnie had the same swing he had on the home run, the same type pitch down and in, and he jumped at it just a little bit, and he was very close to timing that up and doing the same thing.
Ivan Herrera timed one up, hit a home run in the first inning, his 16th of the year, got a base hit, and was out on a double play ball in the third. Mizorowski with the pitch. A swing, and there's a drive right center field, and that ball is not going to be caught by Churio. It goes to the wall. The throw coming into second base is late. A sliding double for Ivan Herrera, who is a triple shy of the cycle.
Have a night. Have a night, Ivan.
He likes the fastball from Mizorowski. The Cardinals, since the All-Star break, haven't been hitting well at all against fastball pitching.
No, they haven't, and he jumps on the first pitch for the second time, too.
The 13th double to go along with 16 home runs for Herrera, who went 1 for 2 last night and was on base twice, hit by a pitch.
Brewers are so good offensively, and they're so fast. They have ways of manufacturing runs. You've got to add to this lead in the middle innings.
Here's Ricky's pick to click tonight, Alec Burleson. Burleson takes low. A good take there, 1-0. Ted Drews starts with quality ingredients, fresh dairy, pure honey, and premium toppings, all blended to create the creamiest custard around. Ted Drews, unmatched quality, unforgettable taste, open on Chippewa. The pitch by Mizorowski, a foul ball back. Burley was on that one. Burley twice has hit the ball up the middle to the shortstop, Joey Ortiz. A ground out in the first inning and a double play ball in the third. Burleson is trying to move Herrera off second base. The Cardinals lead by 2. Runner at second, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch for Alec Burleson. Swing and a miss.
Ivan's having a great night offensively with the homer, the base hit, the double, but I'm thinking about the game a few days ago when he made a couple of mental mistakes on the base pass. And, just because it's the end of the season, you can't stop thinking. You can't stop being prepared for every possible thing that could happen on the field.
The 1-2 pitch for Alec Burleson. He swings and pops that one down the left field line. Here's Collins with room. He makes the catch. 2 outs for Wilson Contreras. A defensive swing there for Burleson. Burley's 0 for 3. Contreras has been on with a hit by pitch, scoring a run on a double by Nootbaar in the first inning, then a walk, advanced on a passed ball, only to be left at second base when Nootbaar struck out in the third. The Cardinals have 6 hits. Half of them belong to Ivan Herrera. Contreras swings, and he drives that to right center field. That gets down. It's on the way to the warning track, cut off. Freely got to it, holding Contreras to a long RBI single, and the Cardinals lead 4-1. What did Mr. Kissel say about getting that 4th run in a game, Ricky?
He would always say, he said that's the big run. He would draw in the dirt with the back of his fungo bat, or with the handle of his fungo bat. He would draw 3.5. And 3.5, and he would look at people and say, what do you think that means? And he would talk to managers about it and players, and he would say, you got to get more than that to win a game. And that 4th run is a huge run, and it feels like it with Contreras coming through with 2 outs.
Lars Nootbaar takes inside. We're nearing the halfway point of the game, and the Cardinals have out-hit Milwaukee 7-4 and lead 4-1. Nootbaar 1 out of 2, an RBI double, and a strikeout. A 7-game hitting streak for Nootbaar. The pitch. He swings and hits a fly ball to center field. Drifting back, Churio has room. He makes a 2-handed catch. The Cardinals are out, but they scored a 2-out run. And halfway through our game in Milwaukee, 4-1 Redbirds.
You work hard to keep your
Bowers, the left-handed batter, swings and fouls the first pitch away. Bowers with 10 hits in his last 19 at-bats. He singled and scored Milwaukee's run in the third inning. He has hit a couple of home runs in the last 8 games. And he takes outside from Gray. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sonny's next pitch will be number 74.
7 strikeouts gives him 186 on the season with 2 more starts left.
The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Late break to the pitch and a swing and a miss for Bowers, who uses the batter's timeout. Bowers, Durbin, Ortiz. The Cardinals trying to draw even in this series and go for a series win tomorrow. Miles Michaelis against former Cardinal Jose Quintana. Sonny Gray with the 1-2 pitch. That's a foul in and out of Pedro Paje-Smith. Pedro throws a new ball to the mound. They have Bowers, Andrew Vaughn, and Rhys Hoskins, first baseman, on their roster. The 1-2 pitch for Bowers. That's hit hard, foul. That goes off the screen down the right field line. Bowers at 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, 29 years old, born in Newport Beach, California.
And here is the bottom of the order again. We're back to that conversation of you've got to get these guys out. Bowers, Durbin, Ortiz, all of them got on their first plate appearance.
The 1-2 pitch and another foul ball, this time off the screen in front of the first base dugout.
If Sonny can get through this bottom part of the order this time, I think he's got a good shot at going 6 innings. I think the Cardinals need him to go 6.
He's at 77 right now for a pitch count. And another 1-2 pitch coming up. Big deep breath for Sonny Gray. The sidestep, the kick, his pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 8 strikeouts for Sonny Gray. 1 away in the 5th inning. The pitch count's getting up there because of the 8 strikeouts.
That's right.
And some deep counts before getting strike 3. Home runs tonight by Ivan Herrera and Brendan Donovan. An RBI double for Lars Nootbaar. RBI single, Wilson Contreras. 4-1 Cardinals. Durbin takes the first pitch for a strike, and it was a changeup on pitch 1, not a fastball. Durbin slapped a pitch back through the middle for a single the first time up. He's 2 out of 4 in the series and has been on with a walk. The right-handed batter checks his swing and takes a strike. That was a good sweeper to the outside corner.
It's amazing how Sonny is able to control that pitch. He's got sharp break to it, but he can throw it for strikes. Hitters know that, so when he's right, they're at his mercy.
The 0-2 pitch for Durbin. In the dirt. Sonny wasn't making a mistake on 0-2. Durbin came from the Yankees out of Washington University. Batting .258, 10 home runs, 47 RBIs, playing third base for the division-leading Milwaukee Brewers. The pitch, that is topped foul over toward the Cardinal dugout. The Brewers, with 90 wins, are the first team to qualify for postseason. So at worst, they're a wild card. But right now, they're in the driver's seat in the Central Division of the National League. The 1-2 pitch. Durbin takes high, 2-2. On deck, Joey Ortiz.
Cardinals were a game and a half out in the wild card on the 26th of July. Now, that's been a while. They went through a bad stretch right after that. And if they win this game, they can get back to 3.
Fastball, and that's a little bit low. Close call. 3-2 on Durbin.
The Mets have essentially allowed everybody back in it.
Right now, the Mets are free-falling. 3-2 on Chad Durbin. Ortiz on deck. Sonny Gray with a step, the kick, the pitch. And that's grounded to the shortstop, Sajasi, who charges, gloves, throws, got him. 2 away for Joey Ortiz. Ortiz with an infield hit has 3 hits and 5 at-bats in the series. One of the hits last night should have been a no at-bat, should have been a sacrifice in reaching first base on an error on a throw by Palante, but the official score ruled it a hit. 2 outs, nobody on. Gorman playing about 5 feet off the bag, even with the bag at third. Off the line at first, Contreras. A sweeper is in the dirt, backhanded by Pages, who throws a new ball to the mound. In center field, Victor Scott II is shading right-handed batting Ortiz toward right center, leaving a big gap in between Scott and the left fielder Burleson. Straight up in right field, Nootbaar. The pitch, over at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike.
More changeups from Sonny Gray. That was 88 miles an hour, almost like maybe like a BP fastball from him. Just kind of nice little sinker, not overthrown. Just get strike 1.
The 1-1 pitch with 2 outs. Up and in, a fastball. That backs Ortiz away. So J.C., Gorman, and Pages are coming up in the 6th inning for the Cardinals. That's an out away. Donovan plays up the middle at second base. As Sonny Gray into the abbreviated windup, the pitch, and that is hit hard down the left field line and foul. Got around on the cutter. Cutter was up a little bit, but that's nothing more than a loud strike.
That's all it is.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Ortiz back in there. 6 hits in his last 23 at-bats. The number 9 man in the order for the Brewers. The pitch to him, and that is poked into short left field. So J.C. moves back. The shortstop puts it away. 3 up, 3 down go the Brewers. On to the 6th inning in Milwaukee. 4-1 Cardinals. Edu. Thomas Ajayci is 1 out of 2. He struck out in the first, base hit to right center in the 4th. Anderson with the pitch. Ajayci fouls that out of play off to the right. The Cardinals have 7 hits tonight, Sonny Gray has allowed a run on 4 hits. And Sonny has gone through 5 innings, striking out 8 batters. He has retired 9 in a row. The pitch low for a ball. That's 9 in a row set down since an infield hit by Joey Ortiz in the 3rd inning that loaded the bases. The Brewers had the bases loaded and got just 1 run out of that. The pitch, so JC takes wide. Anderson has thrown a couple of fastballs at 92 and a curve at 79. The 2-1 pitch, so JC fouls that one off. So he dropped to the right knee, the follow-through on his swing. Grant Anderson is 28 years old, turned pro out of McNeese State. He's pitched with Texas, 23-24, Milwaukee this year, a 2-5 record, a 2.78 ERA, and there's a hit to right center. That ball gets down, rolls out toward the grass, and a play in at second, a headlong slide, safe at second. The throw from Churio to the first base side of second, so JC went diving to the infield side of the bag and hustles for a leadoff double in the 6th inning.
What a great slide that was by Sajasi, and he saw it before it happened. He had it in his mind he was going to go. Churio has a good arm in center, and he got a good throw, but Sajasi saw the opening on the infield side of the bag and slid to that corner. Well done.
Then he called for time, and it's 8:50 Central Time. Here's Nolan Gorman. Let's see if he can do something. He's 0 for 2. The pitch, check swing. He went too far on a sinker that was 6-8 inches outside. Gorman has struck out and fouled out. This is after he had a 3-0 count and went swinging for what would have been ball 4 and then popped out to the third baseman, Durbin. The pitch, outside this time, 1-1. Zastryzny, former Mizzou Tiger, warms in the bullpen. We saw him in the game last night. He came on to finish up Quinn Priester's win. Runner at second, nobody out. The Cardinals are looking to add on. Gorman takes up and in, a ball, 2-1. Gorman is 0 for 6 in the series with 3 strikeouts. He's 0 for his last 14. From the high set, here's Anderson. His pitch is swung on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pedro Pages is on deck. And Pages would like to come up with a runner on third base. So JC double, the hustling double, takes his lead. Ortiz, the shortstop, plays in behind him. Grant Anderson deals, a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out for Pedro Pages. Pages is grounded out and popped out. In the last 8 games, Nolan Gorman is 4 out of 31 with 15 strikeouts. Pages takes a curve, a sweeper way outside.
You know, it's not his thing. That's not his strong point to just hit the ball to the right side of the infield, but that would have been nice to get that extra run. Just move the runner Sajasi somehow to third and let Pages drive him in.
So JC takes his lead, and there's a strike call on the inside corner.
The other thing it does is it brings the infield in on the other team, which I love that from an offensive standpoint because you just know that there's a lot of holes. And, of course, Pages is a decent bunter, too. They could have even tried a safety squeeze with Sajasi, but, again, you don't get a chance to do that if you don't move the runner over.
So JC led off with a double. He's still on second with 1 out. The 1-1 pitch here for Pedro Pages. Sweeper outside. 2-1. Pages has grounded out and popped out. He has 3 hits in his last 11 at-bats. 7 out of his last 28. He couldn't hold up his swing. He swings and misses a sweeper. 2-2. Now he'll be in protect mode. There is an opening on the right side of the infield in between Bowers and Terang. The 2-2 pitch, And that is hit in the air, short left field. Out goes the shortstop, and it falls in. A throw over to third, a slide by Sajasi. He's in there safely. The left fielder, Collins, thought Ortiz was going to make the play. Then Ortiz just dropped his arms and watched the ball fall to the outfield grass. I
think Ortiz lost it. I feel like he was kind of expecting to catch that ball. Very close play at third base. Heads up slide one more time for Sajasi as he was able to just get his fingertips back on the edge of the bag to avoid the tag by the third baseman, Durbin. And that's a big break for the Cardinals.
And we're going to have a pitching change. Brought to you by Goodwill. Give hope, give local, give Goodwill. We will be back.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball.
Zastryzny with the pitch to Victor Scott, showing bunt. He takes it away and takes a curveball outside.
Well, it's got the defense worried a little bit.
Shake, rattle, and roll on the infield when Victor dropped the bat to bunt.
Got good speed at third base in Sajasi.
Durbin in on the grass at third. Bowers plays in some at first base. Here's Victor Scott showing bunt again. Pulls the bat back and takes a ball low. From a breaking ball to a fastball to a 2-0 count. So JC over at third.
You got to bunt the ball to first base here if you're Victor Scott, because they're charging a little bit at third.
From the stretch, Victor bunts the ball foul on the first base line. 2-1.
First baseman Bowers has to hold the runner on third a little bit.
Now Pop Warner goes through the signs. He's coaching at third for the Cardinals. Stubby Clapp has something to say to Pedro Pajes. Pajes got credit for a single when the ball dropped in front of Collins and beyond the reach of Ortiz and left. Now the pitch. Vic bails out and takes a curveball high.
Looking at the replay, Ortiz was getting ready to catch the ball, was calling it off, and then the left fielder called him off, so he bailed out, but then the left fielder, Collins, couldn't get there in time. So that's what happened on that base hit by Pajes. We'll take it.
And Sajasi advanced to third with another good slide. The 3-1 pitch. Vic is swinging, and he hits a high fly ball. That's deep into right center field. And on the track, the catch is made by Churio. Tagging at third, Sajasi scores. 5-1 Cardinals. Victor Scott with the sacrifice fly. That's his third of the year and RBI number 37.
Good at bat by Victor Scott. He had some good takes while he was trying to bunt, and then they let him swing away on 3-1. He got a pitch he could handle and hit it deep into the outfield. Well done.
Holding on at first base, Pedro Pages. 2 outs in the Cardinal half of the 6th. Zastryzny with the pitch, and Donovan checks his swing, taking a strike on the inside corner. Fetty is warming up in the bullpen again for Milwaukee. Fetty moved on to Atlanta and then joined Milwaukee when the Braves let him go. The pitch. Ground ball, left side of the infield. Durbin gets to it, spins, throws, low, safe. And digging for third base, Pedro Pages. As Bauer swiped for the throw, the ball rolls down the line toward the plate. The Cardinals have runners at first and third. Durbin, he likes to whirl and throw, and his throws usually aren't very good. That sure wasn't.
That was in the dirt. We'll see how they score that. A close play at first. Definitely an error, allowing, just as I would have, a base hit and an error is how they score it. So a base hit for Donovan, because it wasn't an easy play for Durbin to make that throw spinning around. Although Donovan would have been out by several feet, that could just be a flat-out error. Actually, it could be a throwing error, a two-base throwing error, but it's not. It's a hit and an error, and Donnie will take it.
Let's pause here for station identification. Mound visit by Chris Hook, the pitching coach for Milwaukee. This is the Cardinals Baseball Network, powered by Graybar. Along with Ricky Horton, Mike Claiborne, our producer-engineer, Ryan Schulte, I'm John Rooney. We're at the ballpark in Milwaukee, where the Cardinals got 2 in the first inning, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth. Ricky has some news, I think, and we'll get to that after the pitch to Ivan Herrera. Wild pitch all the way to the screen. Here comes Pages to score, and it's 6-1 in favor of the Cardinals. I smell the coffee brewing. The Cardinals have scored 6. Swing on by on the run. Get by tomorrow to grab your favorite fountain drink, frozen drink, or hot coffee for the throwback price of 25 cents. It's on the run.
Well, that news was better than my news, but with Herrera at the plate, the Cardinals have 17 cycles in their history. He's going for a cycle right here if he can get a triple.
The pitch from Zastryzny, that is outside. And
that's how I pronounced it the other day. No,
it's ball 2. That's not easy.
No,
Zastryzny. Zaz deals, and the pitch is low.
There you go, Z-Man. So Nolan Arenado had the last Cardinals cycle. That was on the 1st of July in 2022. Before him, Grudzielanek saw that one. Mabry had the clean cycle.
Here's a pitch low and a walk to Herrera. No cycle here.
No cycle indeed.
But he's on for the 4th time.
I've seen 3 of the cycles, 3 of the 17. Lou Brock had one, Joe Torre had one, Ken Boyer. But I saw Willie McGee's cycle at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Ray Langford had one. I did see Grudzielanek and Arenado, so 3 of the 17. I did not see Cliff Heathcote's back in 1918. Did not see that.
Why not? Were you off that day?
Wasn't on TV.
Here's Burleson, a swing and a miss. Zastryzny pitched off the plate, and he walked Ivan Herrera, so I imagine Burleson thought he was going to get one down the middle, but he didn't. The 1-strike pitch, Burleson takes outside.
You know, the matchup didn't work very well for Pat Murphy there, because he ends up having to have his lefty face Ivan Herrera because of the 3-batter minimum.
Now it's lefty against lefty. Burleson with the 1-1 pitch coming his way. A look to second, the pitch on the way in the dirt, and that's blocked by Contreras.
Boy, he looks tight today, Zastryzny.
Zastryzny worked in the game last night. 1 inning, and he had a strikeout. He hit Herrera with a pitch, so he can't get Herrera out. The 2-1 coming up for Burleson. Little tapper up the third base line. Durbin charges, throws, and gets the Cardinal left fielder. But the Cardinals have added on 2 more runs. And our game is going to the bottom of the sixth inning in Milwaukee with the Cardinals leading 6-1.
Great moment.
A pitch that's taken for a strike on the outside corner by Sal Frelick. Frelick 0 for 1, a strikeout and a sacrifice fly for his 56th RBI. And that was the Brewers' run in the bottom of the third. Sonny's pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. A pitch count of 92. The Cardinals have had a right-hander throwing in the bullpen, backing him up.
Mentioned, love to have him just have one more inning, get through 6 innings for Sonny. I think that'll set up the Cardinals bullpen even better.
The abbreviated wind on the pitch, high with a fastball, 2 balls and a strike. Cardinals Nation just across the street from Busch Stadium. It's the spot for food, family, and fun. Now you can make reservations even on game days. Visit CardinalsNation.com right now. 6 more home games beginning Monday night, 3 with the Reds. Then next weekend, these Brewers will be at Busch Stadium Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here's a pitch high, and 3-1 on Sal Frelick. The Cardinals lead by 5, out-hitting Milwaukee 10-4 tonight. Gray with the wind-up, the pitch. Low for ball 4 and a leadoff walk. The first walk for Gray. Here comes Oliver Marmol. We're going to have a pitching change brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care. Helping feed Cardinals fans across the nation. We'll be back.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the
One strike with a runner at first base. Churio's 0 for 2. The pitch. Strike called on the outside corner.
Well, I have the attendance guess of 41,807, and I'm guessing also that it is the 20th sellout here at American Family Field.
Sellouts both games. The Brewers won last night, 8-2, and the Cardinals are leading 6-1 tonight. With the Brewers batting, nobody out, bottom of the 6th. A runner at first, Sal Frelick. Jackson Churio at the plate. 0-2 as Swanson brings it in, way outside. Caught by Pages. Bryce Terang is waiting on deck. The Cardinals scored 2 in the first. Each team scored in the third. 1 in the 5th for the Redbirds and 2 more in the 6th inning. The pitch by Swanson, and that's fouled out of play. Upper deck off to the right. Sonny Gray is on the upside of this 6-1 game, eligible for his 14th win. Sonny last year with the Cardinals went 13-9 in 28 starts. This is start number 30 for him in 2025. Swanson deals, and a foul ball back.
If you had to take any Cardinal or every Cardinal and say which Cardinal did way better than you thought that he would do in 2025, I don't think there's a better answer to that question than Matt Swanson. And there's other guys that have done.
And recently, Riley O'Brien.
Yeah.
But Swanson, for the long haul, has been superb. His pitch. Churio checks his swing, takes a high fastball at 96.
I'd also say with Riley O'Brien, there was some expectation that he would be potentially a guy that could pitch in the 7th, 8th, 9th inning, and he certainly has. And yes, I think he's a good answer too, but Swanson even more so to me.
The pitch. He jammed him in a foul ball out of play off to the right. Swanson was a closer at Springfield.
Yep.
And he was able to save a game or two. I think he had one save at Memphis. But he has come on in high leverage situations. And this is one here in the 6th inning with the Cardinals holding on to a 5-run lead right now. And the pitch. And this is popped up foul off to the right. No play for Contreras. Jackson Churio will not go easily.
And I don't like the fact that he's having good looks at Swanson. A couple of swings already have been pretty good ones.
20 home runs, 74 RBIs for Churio. On 2-2. From the stretch, Swanson pitches. Ground ball to third. Oh, it's played by Sajaci, and he won't be able to throw Churio out at first. Gorman was lunging for the ball in front of him, and Sajaci looked like he was handcuffed in fielding the ground ball, and it's a base hit for Jackson Churio. And the defensive play on the left side of the infield leaves a lot to be desired tonight.
Thought that was a double play off the bat, and Sajaci just slipped. And I don't know whether
I think when Gorman cut in front, may have blindsided him.
May have.
The throw to first way too late. Contreras had to come off the bag. Now Bryce Terang. Here's a bunt up the third base line. Foul. That's kicked by Gorman in foul territory, so it can't come back. Strike one on Terang. Playing at the edge of the grass at third base, Nolan Gorman. Terang has struck out and grounded out facing Sonny Gray. Matt Swanson with nobody out. The one-strike pitch. Fastball, strike called.
Well, the shame of it is that Swanson got a softly hit ground ball on the left side of the infield and could have hoped that maybe there was a double play, but nobody
At least get the force out.
That's right.
That didn't happen. Frelick is on second base. Churio at first, and the pitch upstairs. 1-2 on Sal with Terang batting and Sal Frelick going back to second base. So JC's playing in behind Frelick at second. Playing behind Churio at first, Wilson Contreras. Terang has grounded into only 2 double plays. He takes outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swanson on in relief. Works from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. And that's high off Pages' mitt. The runners advance to second and third. A wild pitch in this inning is coming unglued.
We've seen some wild pitches in this game, haven't we?
A wild pitch allowed the Cardinals' 6th run to score. The runner at third base, Frelick, belongs to Sonny Gray. Churio is at second.
At this point, you just got to get outs. Keep it close.
Sponson on 3-2. There's a pop-up, and that goes foul out of play down the left field line.
I always say there are times where you just focus on the hitter because if you focus on the situation seems really big. But if you just say, look, if I get this hitter, maybe they'll score a run on it, but now it's 6-2. It's not, I don't have to be too fine to the batter. Just get the batter out and see what happens after that, and the inning improves. But if you allow more base runners, that's when one big hit can do you in.
Here's Sponson. The 3-2 pitch. A swing and a foul out of play off to the left. He wasn't able to put away Churio. Hasn't been able to put away Terang. Going deep in counts to both. Second and third, nobody out. The Brewers are trying to crawl back into this one. The pitch by Sponson. Swung on and missed. He got him. Matt needed that one, and there's the first out with Wilson Contreras coming up.
Boy, that was the location he wanted. He was trying to get it in on him. Finally got it up and in, and 95 at the top of the zone. And Terang's been missing that pitch in this series. Been a little late on the ball up. I like that location there.
A single and a caught stealing and a strike him out, throw him out double play for William Contreras. Contreras struck out in the 4th inning. Sponson with the pitch to the right-handed batter. And that is hit high in the air to center field. That's going to get a run in. Under it, Victor Scott the second. And his throw will go to third base correctly this time. A run scores on the sacrifice fly by Contreras. Plating Frelick, 6-2 Cardinals, with Churio holding at second. Here's Christian Yelich.
Well, that should close the book on Sonny Gray.
I didn't hear you close it.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't find one. Hold on.
There you go. Thank you. Runner at second, 2 outs. Yelich takes ball 1 high.
5 innings of work for Sonny, 4 hits. He was responsible for the runner that just scored, so 2 runs allowed. 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, 95 pitches.
In line for win number 14. Sponson pitches to Yelich. And that just missed outside. 2-0. Yelich struck out twice. Struck out into a double play with Contreras running on a 3-2 pitch in the second. And struck out in a 1-2-3 4th inning. The pitch to Yelich. He chops that one toward the second baseman, Donovan, to his right. He has it and throws out Yelich. So leadoff walk turns into a run.
Good work.
And 1 hit in the inning with a man left. Guess what? Ricky.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features
for 3 games, and they've all been out of relief, and he has a ERA of 3. So the right-hander will face Wilson Contreras, and the sinker is low, ball 1 from Fedde. We know Fedde's going to throw some sweepers. And let's see if the Cardinals can add on here. Wilson Contreras has not been retired yet in this game, and he fouls that one off to the right side, out of play. Friday, September 19th, 20,000 fans, 21 and older, will take home a Cardinals rink jacket, R-I-N-K jacket, courtesy of Budweiser. Details at cardinals.com/promotions. The breaking pitch is taken high from Fedde, who, as we saw, worked an awful lot of deep counts. He threw a lot of pitches. Now working out of relief, as I mentioned. And the next pitch to Wilson is hit on the ground to third. Durbin has it on 2 hops. His throw is, he throws like his arm hurts all the time, doesn't he? Throws out Wilson, though, is a solid throw. And it's out number 1 with Lars Nootbaar coming to the plate. Nootbaar has doubled in a run, struck out and flied out. As we play here in the 7th inning, Cardinals trying to even the series and get the 3 games out in the wild card with a win today. As the Mets lost again 8 times now, and they are now tied with the San Francisco Giants for the 3rd wild card. As the first pitch is delivered, strike 1 to Nootbaar. Cardinals are playing, well, they're playing who they need to be playing over the next few days. I should say the last days of the season, as a strike is delivered. A changeup from Fedde catches the outside corner to Nootbaar. So quickly he's ahead of him 0-2. The wind and the pitch by Fedde, and that's up and in for a ball. So the Cardinals will play Cincinnati for 3 at home. That's a team they're chasing. And then Milwaukee, of course, they're going to be in the playoffs regardless, but that's a team you need to beat. The wind and the pitch by Fedde, and that's hit on the ground to the left side, and it's Durbin again who's got it, and his throw is on the money again. So 2 ground ball outs by Fedde, and Thomas Saggese will bat. And after the Reds and the Brewers over the homestand, the Cardinals head to San Francisco, and that is a team, clearly, Cardinals would love to play against and see if they could pick up some ground against them, and then it's the Cubs at the end of the season. So every game will be meaningful. After tonight, the Cardinals will have 13 left. Saggese's had a good day, a couple of hits, and he lines that one foul down the right field line and out of play. Fedde trying for a 1-2-3 inning against his former team. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Cardinals. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors for Milwaukee, as Fedde misses low. Brewers have left 3 on base, the Cardinals 6. Sonny Gray, the pitcher of record on the positive side, had 8 strikeouts. Next delivery to Saggese is a sweeper, just missing inside. 2-1 the count on the Cardinals shortstop Saggese. Defense has not been great in this game. Really, both teams. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Good sweeper that time. That's the pitch that Fedde kept searching for, trying to get that sweeper. And that's why he had such a good season the year before with the White Sox, why the Cardinals traded for him. 2-2 pitch is a sweeper, and that's popped foul down the right field line. Long run for everybody, and they can't get there as it sneaks over the screen and about 6 rows back. Again, a sellout crowd here at American Family Field. 41,807. Their 20th sellout of the year, and they have been a loud crowd here in this game. A lot of Cardinal uniforms just below me. I see Arenado. I see Goldschmidt. And I see Lou Brock as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Saggese, and that pitch is blooped into right field. That might drop, and nope, it's caught on the run by the right fielder Frelick. Got a good jump on that. Cardinals go 1-2-3 against Eric Fedde in the 7th inning, and time for the 7th inning stretch. It's presented by Spectrum. Stay in the game with...
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Swanson. Well, the gang's all here. Zing, boom, Torero. That's what they do here.
We rolled out the barrel.
We rolled out the barrel indeed. Had to take me out to the ball game.
Even though we're already here.
Yep, we're already here. A lot of Cardinal fans said Cardinals, by the way, when we got to the root for the. Although mostly Brewers fans here. But the Cardinal fans who are here are happy at the moment, but more work to do as we play in the 7th. An 0-2 count on Collins, and the pitch is popped up on the infield, or behind home plate, I should say, and Pages can't find it. And, oh, my goodness, Gorman gave up on it. And Pages never saw it, and it dropped right in between them. Oh, my goodness. What is going on here defensively today? That ball was right around home plate. Gorman was actually yelling to Pages where it was. And when he finally started coming for it, Gorman stopped because he thought Pages was going to catch it. And he could have made that play, just didn't. Didn't want to run into Pages. That's just a frustrating play.
Oliver Marmol is beside himself in the dugout on that one.
Yeah, I mean it's got to play.
It has to be made.
Yeah, 1-2. I mean you're trying to win a game here in September, and there have just been too many misplays for the Cardinals today. 1-2 the count, and the next pitch is tapped foul. Pages looked up and didn't see it. And as a catcher, sometimes that happens. You're following the baseball, and it's hit, and it's above you, and your sight isn't the same as everybody else's on the field. You don't know where it is. And you take the mask off, try to find it, and he just didn't till it was too late. 1-2 the count. And there's a fastball called strike 3. Swanson got him anyway. Got him looking. Strikeout number 2 for Swanson. And let's pause for station ID on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar. Fastball, strike 1 to Jake Bauers, and Swanson looks better in this inning than he did last inning. He finished well, that's for sure. Gave up a hit on a ball that maybe could have been played, then struck out a batter, sacrificed fly and a ground out. But he's pumping in strikes, and, I thought he had another one there, but missed the inside corner to Bauers, who has singled and struck out in this game. Durbin to bat next. Got to get the bottom of the order. We've been saying it. One more chance to do that. And the next pitch is inside. The Cardinals did not get the bottom of the order in the 3rd inning and ended up giving up a run. They did get the bottom of the order in the 5th inning, and that was very helpful. Otherwise, the activity that started the next inning would have made it maybe a big 5th inning. Next delivery is a called strike. He pumped that in there at 93. Good sinking action in a game brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of Major League Baseball. Crack open the game with Budweiser and enjoy unrivaled flavor and refreshment. The 2-2 delivery is grounded to the right side. 3-hopper handled by Donovan, and he settles in, throws over to Contreras for out number 2. So a strikeout and a ground out. And it is Caleb Durbin to bat. He's 1 for 2. He has singled and grounded out in this game. So Swanson looks like he'll have the 7th, and then somebody will have the 8th. Who will that be? Maybe JoJo Romero. As the pitch is low, the Cardinals could choose to go with both Romero and Riley O'Brien, and it is JoJo starting to throw. Cardinals have 2 lefties in their pen now, John King and JoJo Romero, and 7 right-handed pitchers. 1-0 pitch is high for a ball, 2-0 to Durbin, with Ortiz on deck. The Brewers have some firepower on their bench, too, and Andrew Vaughn and Rhys Hoskins.
Danny Jansen can hit the ball a long way, too.
Yes, he can. Blake Perkins is a good defender. He's on their bench, too, and that pitch is high. And it looks like Durbin is ducking those pitches, but you can't really do that. Your strike zone is your strike zone. Whether you're standing up straight, ducking.
That didn't apply to Ricky Henderson.
No. Well, they made sure they changed that rule now. Every player was measured in spring training. 3-0 pitches, ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. They measured every player, and some players found out that their height was not what they thought it was. Some guys were taller, some guys were shorter, but they are officially whatever they are now because MLB says so.
And Hoskins is going to bat for Ortiz.
Well, saw that coming, didn't we? Hoskins has some firepower. So Ortiz, the shortstop, gives way to Hoskins, and that's going to create a conversation on the mound. Pages and Contreras both walking out to talk to Swanson, saying, hey, what do you know about this guy? Sal Frelick is in the on-deck circle, and JoJo's ready. I would think JoJo will have the next batter regardless. They won't pinch hit for Frelick. I know they'd rather bring in JoJo later, but you might not have a choice here. Depending upon what Hoskins does. Loud. Facing the pinch hitter, Rhys Hoskins. And the first pitch to him was a slider for a called strike, and Hoskins looked like he was ready to pull the trigger on that. Was not a great slider, but it was a strike. Hoskins has always had some power. Perfect ballpark for him here as this another slider is outside. Down as 1-1. Hoskins hitting .244 on the year, has 12 homers, 43 RBIs. Does strike out a fair amount, 85 times. Hands held high, and the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. He blew it by him, 96. See if he can do that again. Just one more pitch is all Swanson needs to have a good night. And give way to JoJo next inning. The 1-2 pitch coming up, and it's a slider outside. Wasn't that one? Maybe the next one. Always hanging on a thread as a relief pitcher. You only have a finite number of pitches, not a big number, and you make good pitches, you have a good night. 2-2 the count, and the next delivery, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Good finish for Matt Swanson. 3 strikeouts in 2 innings. We go to the 8th. John will have the play-by-play. 6.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
National Pitches low for a ball, and then he had a terrific season in the KBO.
Sure did.
That got him back to the big leagues with the White Sox, traded to the Cardinals last year, but he landed with a thud this season with the Cardinals. A pitch outside, a ball, 2 balls, no strikes on Nolan Gorman.
Let's love to see the Cardinals kind of put some more thud on him in this inning to increase the lead. 4 runs still seems a little too narrow for me.
The pitch outside, ball 3, 3-0.
With this team, it does. Will he take 3-0 this time?
He didn't the last time when swinging for ball 4, ended up popping out to third in foul territory. He takes a strike. Monasterio plays up the middle at shortstop, off the line at third, Durbin. The pitch, a swing and a foul. That goes off the screen over by the Cardinal dugout, rolling on to the infield. 3-2 on Gorman. 0 for 3 tonight, 0 for 7 in the series with 4 strikeouts. The next pitch, a swing and a foul, and that one caught William Contreras, the catcher.
One of the things Fetty had trouble with the Cardinals was getting that swing and miss and ending the count. I mean, just the pitch count just kept going high and high and higher because he couldn't finish a batter off, and oftentimes would end up walking him.
3-2 on Nolan Gorman. Gorman takes outside, and there's your walk you spoke of. A leadoff walk here in the 8th inning, leading to Pedro Pajes. That walk is the 3rd by Milwaukee pitching. And our scoreboard update is brought to you by Medica. The Padres lead the Rockies 9-1 in the middle of the 7th, while the Giants have a 4-3 lead against the Dodgers in the top of the 5th. The Dodgers have the bases loaded. And ball 1 to Pedro Pajes.
Tobias Myers is backing up Fetty in the Milwaukee bullpen.
The Athletics lead the Reds 3-2 in Sacramento in the 2nd. There's a swing and a foul off the end of the bat by Pajes. The Rays beat the Cubs 5-4 today at Wrigley Field. The Pirates over the Nationals 5-1. The Phillies beat the Royals 8-6. Fetty with the pitch. Pajes takes outside, picked out of the dirt by William Contreras. The Guardians over the White Sox 3-1. The Guardians are 77-71 now. They had dipped below 500, and they're playing very good baseball coming down the stretch in September. The Astros a 6-2 lead. In fact, that's a final 6-2. The Astros over the Braves. The ball outside. 3-1 on Pedro Pajes after a leadoff walk to Nolan Gorman in the 8th inning, with the Cardinals up by 4. The pitch. Pajes takes a walk. Back-to-back walks for Fetty. And he's not long for this game. He worked a 3-up, 3-down 7th.
I think he's done.
He is done. Pitching change brought to you by Goodwill. Give hope, give local, give Goodwill. Pitcher still throwing in the bullpen for Milwaukee. Very slow walk out to the mound. And this is Chris Hook going
It is.
There. So
I guess he's not done.
Not yet, so hold that thought. We invite you to suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and
more.
Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for Cardinals gear. And Fetty will be pitching to Victor Scott II. They'll be pinching in, guarding against a bunt.
I would say bunt here. Fetty's not a bad fielder, but I think you just bunt the ball to third base and you get those guys into scoring position for Brendan Donovan. And I would do that in a heartbeat right here.
Seattle and the Angels are 2-2 in the 4th, with Seattle trying to win 8 in a row. Here's a bunt attempt, pulling the bat back, taking ball 1 low, Victor Scott. And a high throw, Fetty had to jump for it on the mound. At second base, it's Nolan Gorman. At first base, Pedro Pajes. Pinching in at first, Jake Bauers. Durbin comes in at the edge of the grass at third. A strike called at the knees with Scott showing bunt, taking the bat back 1-1.
I do not like the bunting form of Victor Scott. He is turning too late. He's sacrificing here, but he's not dropping the bat until the ball's on the way, so the bat's moving.
when he's going to bunt it. He should be squaring quicker than this.
He squares around, takes in the dirt. That's picked by Contreras.
That was better. I feel like if you wait too long, now you're just trying to find the baseball with all kinds of moving parts to it instead of just having the bat already set and then just move your knees up and down.
Bowers comes down the line at first, and here's a bunt toward the pitcher. Fetty has it. He throws to third, and they get the force out on Nolan Gorman. The ball bunted way too close to Fetty. 1-5 on the fielder's choice, first and second, as the Cardinals give up an out there.
Really bunted it back to the pitcher. You bunt that ball to third base. You can bunt that as hard as you want to third base. You could almost swing at it. I mean, if you bunt it to third and make sure the pitcher doesn't field it, that runner is going to be safe at third because the third baseman has to come in to get it. It's very simple.
Now we're going to have the pitching change here, brought to you by Goodwill. We'll be right back.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go.
Bunt taken place, the Cardinals would have had another run, but it didn't happen. Victor Scott bunted the ball too close to the pitcher. Here is Ivan Herrera. Donovan tonight 2 out of 5 with a home run. Herrera 3 for 3. Homer, single, double, a walk. The pitch to Ivan. He checks his swing and looks at a cutter for a strike. Over the last 7 games, 0-1 for Myers, a 3.09 ERA. He's pitched in 12 innings, 15 hits allowed, 4 earned runs with a walk and 8 strikeouts. Herrera takes a high fastball, 94 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pajes is the runner over at third. Scott is the runner at second. The pitch on the way. Down and in. 2-1.
I don't even need the triple. I don't even need the cycle, but I sure would like a base hit here.
I would too. Get 2 more runs. Sonny Gray is the pitcher of record on the upside. Jacob Mizorowski on the downside. The pitch, a swing and a foul ball back. 2-2 for Herrera. Herrera with his home run drove in his 57th run. 72 games last year with the Cardinals. He hit .301 with 5 homers, 27 RBIs. Batting .287 this year. The runners lead at second and third. Here's Myers from the belt. A long pause and a batter's timeout taken. With Myers watching the pitch timer wind down, Herrera thought, I'll just take the timeout. He's allowed one per at bat. Wide open stance for the Cardinal DH, number 2 hitter in the lineup for Ollie Marmol. With 2 on, the pitch, a swing and a fly ball right field. That's going to stay in the park. The catch is made by Sal Freely. And the Cardinals leave runners at second and third. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Cardinals are leading in Milwaukee 6-2.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang.
Cordell broadcast booth. Freely takes strike 1 from JoJo. Romero, 4-5 this year with a 1.98 ERA. He has 7 saves. Game number 60 for him. The pitch by Romero, slider, and that just misses in. Romero on in relief of Matt Swanson. 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Sonny Gray started, going 5 innings plus a batter. 6-2 Cardinals. There's a ball that's hit down the left field line, twisting foul, out of play, no play for Burleson. The Cardinals have out-hit Milwaukee 10-5 and lead 6-2, scoring 2 in the first. Each team scored in the third. The Cardinals got a run in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. Milwaukee scored a run in the bottom of the sixth. JoJo's pitch swung on and grounded fair inside the third base bag down the left field line. That's a hit for Sal Freely. I just don't like that with a third baseman playing that far off the third base bag. With this team that can use the bat, take outside pitches the other way, just like Freely. Churio, 1 for 3 tonight. Churio takes a ball low.
Well, the numbers, as you say, one of the things they say is he's going to get a lot of hits up the middle, so that's why they put the shortstop up the middle. And if you do the shortstop up the middle, it's hard to have the third baseman on the bag. But I'm with you. I see that so often. that it's frustrating. Let's put it that way.
Ball 2, high and wide, 2-0 on Churio.
We went through that with the shift in general. I mean, just when there were times where you feel like, oh, there's a shift going on here. Boy, that didn't really work, did it?
The infield to double play depth. Romero straightens from the belt. Long look to first and the pitch. Ball 3, low. A walk here, and that's inviting the Brewers right back into a late-inning comeback.
Sure is.
With the top of the order up, Bryce Terang. With 18 home runs, 75 RBIs on deck. Churio takes a strike. 3-1. Churio took a step toward first and was called back by the crew chief, Chris Conroy. Romero looks to first where Frelick takes a lead. The pitch. Ball 4 low, 2 on with nobody out. This is asking for trouble.
Boy, those last 6 outs against a team like the Brewers just seem so hard to get. Glad the Cardinals were able to add on those 2 runs in the 6th inning, but I believe there's at least two more runs that the Cardinals have left on the table by not executing.
The Cardinals don't have any activity. Top of the ninth inning for the Cardinals. Burleson swings and lines a hit to right center field. That's played on a hop by Frelick.
Well, it took him a while to click. My pick to click today, but he got one. He had a couple of hard-hit groundouts early, but boy, that would be a nice extra run if the Cardinals could get him across, and they're going to pinch run for him.
First baseman, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Wilson Contreras is coming up. And it's Nathan Church running at first base for Burleson. And he'll stay into play in the outfield.
I like that move for several reasons.
So the Cardinals went to church on Saturday night.
Yeah, they did. People do that, you know.
Good speed at first base. Wilson Contreras has been on with a hit by pitch, a run scored, a walk, an RBI single. 1 for 2 tonight. Myers with the pitch. Contreras takes inside, and he got hit again. Really?
It's incredible. That's 23 times. Move over, Fernando Vina.
Well, if Vina moved over, he wouldn't get hit so much.
That's true. Same with Contreras. And that was right. That was the same spot, for goodness sakes.
Now 2 on, nobody out for Lars Nootbaar. Myers with the pitch. Nootbaar takes low, ball 1. So now the Cardinals have a little pressure on the Milwaukee Brewers after Jojo Romero walked 3 and allowed 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Nootbaar followed by Sajasi. Sajasi a 2-hit night. Lars gets out of the way of an inside cutter.
Well, he looks all over the place, too, Tobias Myers. We've seen him as a starter before, and we've seen him pitch pretty well against the Cardinals, but his command seems to be a little off here.
2-0 on Nootbaar, who has an RBI double tonight. The right-hander's pitch. Nootbaar swings, sends it in the air down the left field line. That's going to be caught by Isaac Collins. 1 out. One away. That brings in Thomas Sajasi. Keep waiting for Sajasi to get into one. He hasn't hit a home run since that Sunday night game in early April in Boston. He hit several at AAA.
2-hit game for him, though. I'll take a 3-hit game right here. And unfortunately, Lars wasn't able to move the runners either.
Now with 1 out, runners at first and second. Here's a fastball that cuts the plate, strike 1. Thomas struck out his first time up, base hit to right center, then a double and a run scored and a fly out to right. 2 out of 4. He's 2 for 8 in the series. The runners lead at first and second. We're in the 9th. Pitch over but low. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Cardinals shortstop.
No, I mentioned that I like the way Lars is hitting the ball the other way, but when it's 2-0 and you've got runners at first and second, you've got to pull the ball. You have to. You have to hit the ball to right instead of to left.
There's a wheel around, no throw to second base. Back to the bag anyway, Nathan Church. But that was a fly out to short left field. And Church walks off to a lead. He's pinch running for Burleson. Tobias Myers with a long pause on the pitch. Sajasi takes a strike, 1-2.
So what you do when it's 2-0 is you look for something to pull, and if it's away from you, you just don't swing at it. And Lars has a really good understanding of the strike zone, better than most.
Sajasi down on the count, 1-2. Myers from the stretch, a look to second. Now the pitch. Sajasi fouls it back, good swing. They show the exit velocity of the balls that are fouled off. That was at 73 miles an hour to the screen.
That exited out of the back door, didn't it?
It did. 1-2 on Sajasi, playing shortstop. Now that the season has come to an end for Mason Wynn with the sore knee. The pitch with 2 on. Sajasi ground ball headed toward right field. Base hit. Coming around third. Church is streaking to the plate. The throw goes for third and hit the runner and goes into foul territory. Down to second goes Sajasi. Contreras gets up. He's standing on third base. The Cardinals have added on and lead 7-4 and have a chance to get more with runners at second and third and 1 out.
And there's your 3-hit day for Thomas Saggese, and a good break for the Cardinals. Strong throw by Frelick in right field. He's going to end up with an error on that, his third error. He's a really good defender, yet the ball hit Contreras, a close play at the bag, and that allowed Saggese to get to second base. Now they've got to play the infield in.
An RBI single, an E9. The infield is in tight, and here's Nolan Gorman. Looking for his first hit in the series. He takes high, ball one.
I love the hustle by Contreras there.
And I love the answer. With 2 runs in the 8th inning to make it a 2-run game, the Cardinals have stretched it to 3 and maybe more. The pitch to Gorman. He swings and misses. 1-1. 1 out. The Cardinals half of the 9th inning. Gorman's trying to get the ball in the air. At least hit the ball deep enough to score Contreras. The pitch. A swing, and there's a high fly ball down the left field line into foul territory and out of play.
Does he catch that ball? If it's in foul territory, I would say no.
No.
Because you need a strikeout here. You can't give up another run. And it did get out of play maybe by about, maybe 2 rows back. But if he got into foul territory, I think you let that ball drop.
So we've had 2 hits, a hit by pitch, a throwing error, a run in, and on 1 and 2 for Nolan Gorman. Myers deals. Check swing, a high fastball. He was able to hold up just in time, 2 and 2. Contreras at third, Saggese at second. With the infield in tight, the runners lead. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Gorman strikes out again. He's done that 3 times tonight. The first strikeout for Myers. And here's Pedro Pages. Pages, a single, a run scored, and a base on balls. He was left at third base when the Cardinals left 2 on in the 8th inning. Myers kicks and deals. Ball 1 low. Contreras is standing on third, walking off to a lead in foul ground. A lead at second base for Thomas Saggese. The left field corner is unguarded. Collins plays over toward left center field for Pedro Pages. Pages swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
2 more big runs out there. You just have to get greedy. You see what the Brewers can do? We saw it last inning, how fast they can strike.
A 3-run lead for the Cardinals. 2 on, 2 outs. Pages takes a ball low. Now the count favors the Cardinal catcher with Victor Scott the second on deck. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth, and 1 in the Cardinals' half of the 9th inning for a 7-4 lead. Myers deals. A swing and a foul back. 2 and 2 on Pages. It's going to be Durbin, Monasterio, 8-9, and then 1, Sal Frelick. That's in the bottom of the 9th inning with the Cardinals trying to draw even in the series after Milwaukee won 8-2 last night. 2 and 2 for Pedro Pages. Tobias Myers pitches, a swing, and there's a ball that is hit in the air to right center, stays up long enough for Frelick to get there, and the right fielder puts it away. But the Cardinals got 1 run back and left 2 on. Let's hold them and go home for the night. On to the bottom of the 9th. Riley O'Brien is coming in with the Cardinals leading 7-4 in Milwaukee. Church is playing in right field. Nootbaar goes to left field. And here we go in the bottom of the ninth. Hard throwing Riley O'Brien. The first pitch in there for strike one. Victor Scott the second, a few steps toward right field for the right-handed batting Caleb Durbin. The third baseman looks at a ball low, and that gets away from Pajes. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nathan Church in some in right field, playing straight away. O'Brien kicks. He brings it in and hit him. A hit by pitch to open the bottom of the ninth. Good thing the Cardinals got that run in the top half.
Oh, boy. And you hate to have something like that spin Riley O'Brien in the wrong direction. That just got away from him. That was a sinker. It hit him right in the back. Clearly not on purpose, but, again, bottom of the order, getting on base. It's a bad precedent.
Playing in some at third now, Gorman. The pitch to Monasterio, right down the middle, strike one. A 97-mile-an-hour first pitch fastball. 3 walks, 2 earned runs given up by JoJo Romero in the 8th inning, leading to Riley O'Brien. O'Brien's pitch is swung on, fouled out of play. And Riley gets ahead of Monasterio, batting for the first time tonight. It's 0-2. Hitting .283, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs. .327 on base percentage for the right-handed batter.
Be very settling for him to get that first out.
The 0-2 pitch, outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Monasterio is 28 years old, from Caracas, Venezuela. Came up with Milwaukee in 2023. He's playing in his 59th game this year for the Brewers. With 1 on, nobody out. The pitch is fouled off the end of the bat, a defensive swing, yet Monasterio lives to see at least 1 more pitch with a 1-2 count. The Brewers scored in the 3rd, the 6th, and 2 in the 8th inning. 4 runs on 6 hits, 3 errors for Milwaukee tonight, and 6 left. Riley O'Brien from the stretch. The pitch on the way, and that's taken a little bit high. 2-2. Major League debut, the 28th of May, 2023, for Andrew Monasterio. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Durbin leads at first. The pitch by O'Brien, low and a full count. O'Brien hit Durbin with a pitch. He was able to get ahead of Monasterio. Now a 3-2 count. Sal Frelick is on deck. Riley O'Brien with the kick, the pitch. A swing and a high fly ball foul out of play down the right field line. No play for Church. A lot of traffic for the Brewers.
Oh, boy.
The 8th inning, and a leadoff man on in the 9th with a 3-2 pitch coming up for the 9th place hitter.
A lot of gut-wrenching moments in this game.
The infield at double play depth, and Riley O'Brien needs a pitch here. On 3-2. Here it comes. He hit him. O'Brien has hit back-to-back hitters. The tying run comes to the plate in Sal Frelick.
Cardinals actually wanted to check to see if that hit his bat or hit him. And they say play on, and Dusty Blake is going to come out and talk to Riley O'Brien, try to settle him down. And like I said, things can start to spin when you hit a batter, and then when you hit 2 in a row, even more so. The plate gets smaller and smaller. I think that hit his hand that was on the bat, but it was a hit by pitch.
Wow, JoJo Romero hit a roadblock with an opposite field single, back-to-back walks. Gave up a run on a sacrifice fly, another run on a ground out, walked Collins, and retired Jake Bowers on a fly out to center field, leaving 2 on in the 8th. And then the Cardinals made it a 3-run game by scoring in the 9th. inning sacrifice fly tonight. Kyle Leahy warms in the Cardinal bullpen. Pitch one right down the middle, strike one. The best thing that Riley O'Brien could have done.
97 miles an hour, too, yes.
He just cut loose.
Focus on what's next, not what just happened.
The runners lead at first and second. The one-strike pitch. Here it comes, and that's swung on and lined into left center for a base hit. That's in the gap, a diving play by Victor Scott. It's a double. A run scores, and now it's a two-run game, 7-5, with a tying run on second and nobody out. And the Brewers have designs on coming back to steal one here tonight.
Well, I wonder if you just go to Kyle Leahy here. Things do not look sharp for Riley O'Brien. In case, but going to try one more batter with Riley O'Brien, see what happens here.
And it's Jackson Chourio who takes ball one high.
The other problem is if it ends up being a tie game, you don't want to have used up everybody. If you have to play extras.
The Cardinals' lead is 2. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. The pitch. Chourio takes a strike. 1-1. And oh, does Riley O'Brien need a strikeout? Chourio tonight has a walk, a run scored, a single, but he struck out the first two times up facing Sonny Gray. 7-5 Cardinals. The pitch. A swing and a foul ball that almost picked off their third base coach, Jason Lane.
Riley does not have his wipeout slider today. I think that's part of the dilemma here. That one was spinning a little bit. Chourio had a pretty good hack at it. When his wipeout slider is working, he can get a strikeout here with it.
1 ball, 2 strikes, facing 21-year-old Jackson Chourio. The runners lead at second and third. The pitch. A swing and a foul out of play off to the right, and he came back with the slider.
Not a good one again. It's just sitting there. Unfortunately, at the top of the zone, and he just can't throw a good one.
Tall, lean right-hander Riley O'Brien, the fourth pitcher of the night for the Cardinals. Working with a 2-run lead and nobody out. Runners at second and third for the Brewers. The pitch. Chourio hits a ground ball up the middle. Diving play by Donovan. He can't throw the runner out. A runner scores, and it's a 1-run game with runners at first and third and nobody out. Donovan kept that from being a tie game on a single up the middle. But Frelick made third base. An RBI for Chourio. And Turang is coming up.
And we're going to see Leahy.
Leahy is coming in. Nobody out. Tying run at third, winning run at first base. Pitching change brought to you by Missouri Farmers Care, and we'll be back.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said
2 in the ninth, the pitch. And that's taken for a ball. Low from Kyle Leahy to Bryce Terang. Nobody out. Frelick is the tying run at third. Churio the winning run at first base. The pitch on the way. A swing and a foul out of play off to the left. And Leahy needs a strikeout big time here with Terang up. Wilson Contreras' brother William waits on deck. Wilson's holding against Churio at first base. Frelick at third. The tying run comes down the line in foul territory. The 1-1 pitch. That's a slider outside. 2 balls and a strike. JoJo Romero gave up 2 runs. 2 hit batters have turned into runs. Charged to Riley O'Brien. The runners on base belong to O'Brien. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Leahy. A swing, and this ball is popped into short left field. Here comes Nootbaar to make the catch, tagging up and bluffing a move, and going back to third base, Sal Frelick, 1 big out. Now double play can end the game, and Contreras has grounded into 14 of those. But the flip side of that, Contreras has been able to get the ball in the air twice tonight for sacrifice fly.
He sure has. Still a big out regardless. You're not playing to tie the game, but you certainly don't want to lose the game here in the bottom of the 9th inning. So you just have to get out. Cardinals have the infield back, hoping for that double play. So JC and Donovan.
Ground ball double plays at the plate. Here's Leahy's pitch. High, ball 1. That was going to be the best sweeper he ever threw. Lost a grip on it.
Sure, he has good speed at first base, but I don't think that he'll take off here. You can't afford to do that. You can't afford to be wrong.
Leahy from the stretch. The runners lead at the corners. The pitch. Down and in, ball 2. 2 hit by pitch. 2 hits. 2 runs in for Milwaukee. 7-6 Cardinals. 1 out in the 9th. Leahy with the 2-0 pitch here for William Contreras. A swing and a slowly hit ball up the third base line. Gorman has no play. The tying run scores. The Brewers have come all the way back, and they have a chance to win it now with Churio at second base and 1 out. A little more than a swinging bunt. An infield hit. But Gorman coming in on a ball has no chance to throw anybody out. We've seen that the last 2 nights.
That's a bad break for Kyle Leahy. Threw a good pitch there, didn't get a good result. Everybody on their feet here.
Here's Christian Yelich with a chance to win it. He takes ball 1 just inside. 3 runs charged to Riley O'Brien for a blown save. Now Leahy trying to keep this game tied. The pitch, a swing and a foul off to the right. 1 out in the Brewer 9th inning, and the Cardinals invited the Brewers right back in with back-to-back hit batters in the 9th.
And those runs they left on the table in this game.
Yelich hit a big home run here last night. The pitch. He takes low, ball 2, 2-1. Sponson, 2 scoreless innings. Romero, 2 runs in the 8th. O'Brien, 3 runs in the 9th for a tie game. Now Leahy pitches. Yelich swings and misses. 2-2. Strike 3 called. 2 outs. Yelich is out looking. And here's the 8th man to bat in the inning, Isaac Collins.
One tough thing for the Cardinals, if you can get to extra innings, you haven't seen the back end of their bullpen yet. You've seen their other guys. The Cardinals have already shown the back end of their bullpen. That's so tough in extra innings, but we're not there yet.
That's 1 out away. Churio still represents the winning run at second. Collins batting left-handed, takes a sinker low. 95 on the sinking fastball. 0 for 3. Fly out, ground out, called third strike, and a walk for Isaac Collins. The Brewer left fielder holds the bat out over the plate and takes ball 2 low. Jake Bowers is on deck. 2 runs in the 8th, 3 in the 9th. The Cardinals scored 1 in the 9th. 7-7 our score, and there's a line drive, right field, right to Church. Ricky has the 10th, tied at 7.